Hello there. Let's talk about the subversion of self. You know, once upon a time you were little. You were like, what, 2, 3, 4 years old, and you were free, living your life on your terms, on your conditions. All right, fine, you got parents. But when you're that small, parents don't care. You run the house, right? You'll be all happy, running around, jolly. You yourself. You're not concerned about what your purpose in life is because you're living your purpose. You are the purpose of life, and so you just live that ish. And then, oh, here comes the subversion. Subversion, it's very prevalent in our society. It's when society infiltrates your mind. And there are many different ways in which society infiltrates the mind. I hope you can hear me over the sound of these other people walking by. They are subverting our video here. We're talking about some power. But I digress. Subversion. There are many ways in which society successfully subverts the self and turns you against yourself in favor of them and their agenda. You gotta be very careful of this. Many times it starts at home. You have parents that believe that it's their job to mold and fashion the identity of their offspring. And that's not the case. You know. But really, the most crippling, or shall I say one of the most crippling, or maybe equally as crippling, is society subversion. You go to school, public school in particular, you go to somebody's church, somebody's temple, you expose yourself to the world of people who have been successfully subverted away from themselves, and so of course it would be their natural tendency, or shall I say their unnatural tendency, to subvert you away from yourself. And they do it unconsciously because they're unconscious. Most people are. You live in a world, in a society that's designed to subvert you, to get into your mind, to infiltrate you and turn you against yourself. Why do you think so many people are walking around in anxiety, afraid all the time, and for what? Watching images on the screen and then turn around, look around you in your present reality, your now reality, the world right before you as apparent to your senses has nothing to do with what's being presented on that screen, and yet it's dictating how you think and how you feel and how you act. What in the world? Subversion. People have been subverted. I don't care about the subversion of the government. Oh, America has been subverted by the Chinese Communist Party, by, them and they've subverted our politicians. It started with the self. They wouldn't have been able to subvert the American government if the politicians, the people who, were responsible for keeping the government for the people, which actually the people are responsible for that. You were responsible for that. Yeah, but I digress. It starts with the self. If we all were in tune with ourselves, we would naturally be in tune with each other. And when you have a mass group of people who are in tune with themselves and in tune with each other, they're not going to be subverted. They're not. It starts with you. Starts with you, your household, your neighborhood, your community. We have to demonstrate what it means and what it is to be ourselves. Unapologetically, F cancel culture. Whatever you want to say it. Whatever you want to do it. Do it. Say it. It's your life. It's you, your brain, your mouth, your eyes, your 2 hands, your 2 feet. The person who chooses to be themselves and say what they want to say and do what they want to do no matter what can't be canceled. You're only canceled if you stop. They're really in people's heads. Yo, they're in people's heads. They have people thinking that their rights have been taken away. Your universal, God-given rights. Patriots would say your constitutional rights. Your right to free speech. They've taken away free speech. No, they didn't. You have a mouth. You can say whatever you want to say, and there's nobody stopping you. It's an illusion. Of course, you might not be able to participate on their platforms, but those platforms operate up under their terms and conditions. And you saw my previous video about creating and setting your own terms and conditions so that you can do whatever the F you want to do with your life because it's your life, right? They're taking our guns. I don't own guns. I'm not really a gun person, but if you want guns, keep guns. That's your business. They're not. You have two hands, right? Man didn't give you those hands. The universe, life, nature gave you these hands, and so you can possess whatever you want to possess. And whoever has a problem with it, they're going to have to come take it or try. Make up your mind that you're free to be you. Don't be subverted against yourself in favor of them, him, her. Rather it's the government, rather it's some school, some church board, or whatever. Your significant other, I mean, y'all gotta cooperate. That's your significant other, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't trying to start no mess. Hey! I love making videos. Don't be subverted. Hey, you have unlimited rights, unlimited freedom. You're free. You know, that's why, politically speaking, I don't identify with anything or anybody. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm not this or that, I'm not conservative, I'm none of it. None of it. I don't exist in that world. I participate in that world, but within it, I do me like a boss. They really turned people against themselves. Fear, doubt, indecision, victim mentality, helplessness, hopelessness. They really got people over here thinking that their rights have been taken away from them. Comparing yourself to other people, subversion. You turn against yourself to compare yourself to another, who is comparing themselves to another, and them to another, and them to another, trying to live up to an image of whomever or whatever they've been told is worthy. Subversion. Subversion is prevalent. It's your life. Don't you forget. It's beautiful. Bruh, I love Colorado. Man, Colorado is dope. I don't know if you can see these rocks that I'm standing on. It's beautiful. You got the lakes. You got the mountains. Ah, I promise you, it's so much more majestic in person as it is like on the screen. I mean, you add me to the mix. Full majesty. Are you magi? Don't be subverted. I'll see you in the next one.